Alrighty, so in today's video, we will be taking a look at CutefishOS for desktop Linux. And what I mean by desktop Linux is this operating system right here is not for the Raspberry Pi. So lately I've been thinking, and well, as much as I do love the Raspberry Pi, there's not an endless amount of videos that I can make with that device. So my goal now is to kind of move over to desktop Linux, but while also still keeping some Raspberry Pi videos going, and just kind of more of a mix of everything, because only making Raspberry Pi videos is really hard, because I mean, there's just not an endless amount of distros, and it is a small device. But with desktop Linux, there are tons of Linux distributions available, there's tons of projects, and I'm also thinking to start doing some more hardware reviews, and really expand my channel to other tech, and just hopefully give you guys a bigger variety of videos on this channel. So let me know down below in the comments what you think about this idea, if you support it, or if you think it's bad. And well, I'm also thinking of renaming my channel. You might have saw that on my community tab, because while I'm recording this video, I have the poll going up on my tab, and well, by the release of this video, hopefully I will have a new channel name released, and I just want to change my name because I want to have a broader name that really catches everything, rather than just including like Raspberry Pi projects and more. I want to have just a broader name, maybe with tech, maybe with Luke, and just a bit more broader name. Yeah, so enough of my little intro right there, but let's jump right into taking a look at CutefishOS. So CutefishOS right here is a Linux distribution that is still in a very beta, and what it's trying to do, it's trying to look like a macOS type of desktop, which I think it does a pretty good job, while also staying kind of distinct, kind of carrying still its own type of look. That is really cool. It is a Chinese Linux distribution, but as far as I can tell, the desktop, everything about it, there's not like Chinese included in it. Like when you install Deepin OS, the App Store is heavily Chinese, the web browser is Chinese, but this so far it seems pretty clean. Everything I can tell so far is in English, which is good. And since this is Linux, I really don't think you have to worry about any type of security issues or anything like that. So their goal is to have a really unified Linux desktop that just looks good and works. And yeah, so this is basically what it is. And if right here, if you go over to the download tab, you see not released yet. So on the official website so far, there isn't an official CutefishOS image available. But some other developers have actually went ahead and made CutefishOS built on top of Ubuntu, and they've also made Manjaro Cutefish Edition. So if you're an Arch lover, go right ahead, download Manjaro. If you're an Ubuntu lover, go right ahead and download the Ubuntu version. And well, for the sake of this video, I really thought, well, why not? A lot of people have reviewed the Manjaro version. Let me go right ahead and install the Ubuntu version. And I did install this on native hardware. So you see, my native hardware right here is running this instead of a virtual machine, so we can really get that full desktop experience. And yeah, one more thing that I want to mention right here before we start the desktop is, I saw this on the CutefishOS website. If you go down to friends, it says their friends are JingOS. So you might have heard JingOS. JingOS is actually a company, or the company is called Jingling, and Jingling works on making a mobile OS for Linux. It's also based on KDE like CutefishOS, and it's meant for mobile devices. It's really touch oriented, it looks kind of like an iPad basically. And well, they are starting to make their device called the JingPad A1, which is going to be a Linux tablet that is running their JingOS, and it has an ARM based CPU, and it's going to be 11 inches with a keyboard, and it's just going to be a really unique device. And guys, I might be able to get my hands on one of these in the near future, so stay subscribed if you're interested in a full review of that device, hopefully by the end of, towards November actually. But yeah, so that's a JingPad. Well, I saw some rumors on the JingOS Telegram group that the CutefishOS, they're close friends with JingOS, and well, that they are also wanting in the future, after their OS is fully developed, to make a MacBook type of laptop that is going to be really thin and light, that is going to be running CutefishOS. So I just honestly love that idea. I thought it was a really unique and cool idea, and you could have the Jing pad for your iPad and your CutefishOS, whatever they call that laptop, as your laptop. But don't take my word for this. This is not official news or anything like that. This is just what I've heard. So don't go ahead and believe me for sure, because this could just be rumors. But yeah, enough of this stuff. So far, let's jump straight into the desktop. Take a look at the features, what does it have, and everything. So, like I said right here, CutefishOS is based on KDE. It's heavily modified. So it does say the desktop environment is Cutefish, but our window manager is K1, which is KDE's window manager. And we have custom icons, a custom terminal, and a lot of stuff like that. So let's first start out with the top bar and the features. So right here we have our time. Right here is to close everything. And this does look exactly like KDE's manager right here, which is good. Next, right here we have time. We can turn dark mode off or on. We have our settings. Right here we can control our audio on or on. We have Wi-Fi. We can select our Wi-Fi network, or yeah. And on the bottom right here we have a dock. We have trash can. OBS Studio did not come pre-installed. I installed that myself because I am recording this video. We have the Muon Package Manager, which it looks like it's the App Store on Ubuntu, which honestly it really does look outdated and it is kind of bad. But let's say we wanted something like Stacer. We type it in, and it's there? It is. So I mean, it's a cool little app store. It works. Next we have Kate, which is a text editor for KDE. It's pre-installed on here, and they have not modified it at all. This is a default KDE text editor. Next we have the terminal, which the terminal actually is a special terminal to CutefishOS. So if we type in neofetch one more time, right here it says the terminal is the Cutefish term. So we right click, we have settings, and there really aren't that many settings yet in this terminal, but I do like the way it looks. It's kind of beautiful, and it just feels simple, and it works, which is really awesome. Next we have settings. So let's go through the settings real fast. So in WLAN we have Wi-Fi, which in this computer right here I don't have a Wi-Fi card. I just use Ethernet. That's why it's not showing any Wi-Fi networks. Ethernet is connected. So display, right here I'm running at 1920 by 1080 at 60 Hertz. Well, it didn't default to 70 Hertz. Let me do that real fast. So now we're running at 75 Hertz. I actually set that up on last boot, but it seems to not be saving the Hertz after I boot up, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, so we can change the device rotation if we wanted to. The scale, we could make the scale bigger. One thing that I noticed, so I actually have this old monitor sitting on the side of my desk right here that I usually use with this computer. I usually use two monitors, and well, I couldn't figure out how to set my primary monitor, and like it was putting them on the wrong side. Two monitors just wasn't working well, so I actually had to unplug the smaller one because that wasn't working out. I don't know what that's about, but it was a bit annoying. It's not a huge problem, but yeah. So in appearance we have light and we have dark, which the dark theme really does look pretty awesome. But for the sake of this video, I won't change that. I'll leave it on light. We have accent color, so right now it's on blue. If we went to orange, everything would change to orange. We could go purple. Purple works. We have red. So it's kind of like Windows in that way. I like that. And font, we have some fonts right here. Right now they're on medium. We could change that to small if we close that out. We opened it back up. Everything is going to be a bit smaller. We go back to medium. You have to close it out to actually get it to go in effect. But now everything is a bit bigger. So that is cool. Background, we have a lot of beautiful backgrounds on here. Like the backgrounds that come in here are really beautiful, and I do enjoy them. So we have color. We can just set it as a default color if we didn't want a background. In picture, we have picture. Our dock right here is bottom. We have medium, large, huge, small, which makes it smaller, medium like that. We can go always hide. We can go smart hide. So smart hide is like if we went and opened up our terminal, we make it bigger, it's going to automatically hide it. We make it like this, it's going to be there. That is probably the way that I would want to use it. User, we have our user. Mouse, our mouse is good. We have breeze, breeze light, which are just the default KDE mouse cursors, date, time. Everything here else is just pretty similar, and this right here, yeah. So the settings manager is pretty normal, and file manager right here, it is a special file manager developed for this operating system as far as I can tell, and we do have global menu support, which is basically what is on macOS, and I like it. Like, we have file, we can go new folder and just create a new folder. It is really handy if you are a macOS user. You're probably used to it, and it's an awesome little tool. So we have a calculator, which looks like it's heavily based on the iOS or iOS calculator. Yes, we have Firefox, which is just normal Firefox, and then in here the other applications are kind of stuff that came pre-installed on the Ubuntu version. So like I said, this isn't a final version, this is still an Ubuntu version, so I'm still waiting for the official CutefishOS to be released. But yeah, so some weird applications come pre-installed in here that I was like, I didn't really know exactly why. Like, Discord came pre-installed, Balena Etcher, these came pre-installed, which seem a bit odd, but I mean, I'm not gonna complain. And yeah, so we also do have the Cutefish full upgrade, which will go ahead and try to upgrade our system with the latest Cutefish desktop. So let's type in our password right here, we click OK. It's just getting everything, seeing if there's any updates. Like, after I install this, there was an update, and so there's nothing done right here. And so our launcher also does look exactly like the launchpad on macOS. It's really beautiful, and yeah. Screenshot right here looks like it's a special type of screenshot manager. We click right here, click tick. I guess it just sends that straight to your clipboard, I'm suspecting, I guess. So in pics, we have probably a picture viewer. We can go through our pictures. Terminal, we have a MPV media player, which looks pretty just default MPV player. You could always install VLC or something that you want yourself. We have QPDF view, shelf, which is going to be probably like an ebook reader or a document reader. We have screenshot, we have index, settings, arc, which is going to be our zip extractor. We have Kate, Kamaso, which is going to be probably a camera. Yeah, a camera if I had a webcam on here. And we have, like I said, this package manager right here. Etcher, we have Wave, which, what is Wave? It's a video audio player. So there definitely are some custom built applications for CutefishOS that are going to be pre-installed on here, which is pretty cool. So Station must be some type of other terminal. I've never heard of it, but it's on here if you don't want to use the default terminal, or if you just want to go back and install console, you could feel free to do that too. But yeah, everything on else here is pretty just normal. And yeah, there's really not much else to say about the desktop and how it works and how it feels. It's a pretty simple desktop, and really you're going to be using this if you're not a huge customizer. But yeah, so now I kind of want to talk about, well, how would I use this? Because since I installed this on native hardware, I'm going to be using this for a couple of days, maybe even up to a week, and then maybe even make one more video telling you guys what I thought about it. But now let me just show you guys what I would do to use this as a daily operating system. So let's start out. We'll go over to settings first. So in appearance, I definitely want dark theme. I think I changed my accent color to purple. I really enjoy the way that looks. Fonts, I wouldn't change. Backgrounds, honestly, I kind of like this one right here. That looks really cool. I'd leave that. Maybe dock, I'd make it smaller. I like that small one. I'd probably make it smart hide because I just prefer the smart hide. And honestly, I kind of do enjoy it on the left. Or would I like it on the right? Or on the left. I'll leave it on the left for now. User, I don't really need to change anything else in here. And yeah, so that's what I would change for those settings. Let's say I wanted to, like, I like Discord, so I'd open up Discord probably. I'd pin it to the dock, so pin it right here. So here we have it. Discord is on, and I've already logged in one time before. I don't really need the calculator on my dock. What else? I don't really want Kate pinned to my dock either. The package manager, I'm not going to use that either. The other applications I will be using heavily, so I'll leave those on here. And the terminal. terminal, in my opinion, the transparency really is way too much. Like, if you have another application open, like the file manager, you have the terminal, you can barely see this terminal. So I really want to fix that. So I'm going to right click, go to settings, transparency. I'm going to go window blur turned on. With that, we still do have that transparency on in the background, but if we open up our file manager and this, you can still see this. Like if I did sudo apt update, the terminal still is seeable in the background, and honestly, it looks pretty cool. I like that blur, and the green text also, they all look really cool. So that's what I would do to my terminal, basically. If you ask me, what applications would you install? Well, in terms of applications, I would probably go right ahead, go sudo apt install psensor to check my temperatures, and then I would also go Stacer. Stacer is actually an application that I found that I actually really do enjoy on Linux. It's really helpful, and it is really cool. So we click our launcher right here. Let's open up psensor first. So with psensor, make it bigger so I can see my GPU's temperatures, my core's temperatures. They're 45 degrees right now. That's okay. And then we have Stacer right here, which would be kind of like, kind of think of it like an antivirus on Windows, but just helping you to clean out your junk on your system. So if we made this bigger, we click our trash right here, we can select all, click search, and it will tell me all the trash that I have right here. So if I just click all of these ticks right here, click delete, it's going to go right ahead and just delete basically all my trash that I have in my system, and it really helps you clean out all your junk from your system. It's a really useful tool, and I enjoy it. Yeah. So one more thing that I really do love on basically any operating system I use, I do enjoy Firefox, but the Brave browser really is my go-to browser. So I'm going to go ahead and download a Brave for Linux. So let's go right ahead and do that. So this is an Ubuntu based distro, so we are going to be following this tutorial. Usually, actually, I do prefer Manjaro or Arch based distro over Ubuntu, but for this video I thought, hey, why not let's change things up. Let's go for an Ubuntu based distro. So let's paste that in there as well. So that is in there. We're going to echo it real fast, and this is just adding the Brave keys to our repositories. And one thing that I did have to do, I did have to manually install my NVIDIA drivers on here myself, and that is just because they are proprietary drivers, and it wasn't as smooth without them, so I went ahead and did that myself. So right here we're going to install the Brave browser. I messed that up, and yeah. So let the Brave browser completely download. It is somewhat of a big package, and we'll just let that completely finish. We can go right here, we have the Brave browser. So set as default browser, yes sir. So here we have it. I'm gonna just pin this right there, and I will probably just put this right there, unpin that, and bam, we have a really beautiful, my favorite web browser on any operating system I have installed. It's super snappy, it's super quick, and yeah. So, to conclude this video up, as you can tell now, honestly, after I customized this desktop, I really love the feel of this thing. It is beautiful, it feels like macOS, and it really just looks really stunning to the eye. And well, you might ask me, hey, do you like this desktop over Deepin? And yeah, the Deepin desktop, I like the concept, but I installed it the other day, and I just don't really love the way it works. I don't love the way it feels. But this, I installed it, and man, it really is an awesome desktop environment. I love a lot of things about it. There are definitely some bugs. It definitely is a bit slow in some ways, but I can see this thing just improving in the near future, and it really has come a far way so long. So I'm excited to see where the future of CutefishOS goes, and I will be daily driving this for a little while, and I'll let you guys know of my experience while daily driving this. But yeah, I would like to know your thoughts about CutefishOS in the comments below. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Will you try it out? All these things, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, it'd be amazing if you'd follow me over on Twitter at LukeFRenner, or also subscribe to this channel. But yeah, thanks for watching.